I always zeroed in on features, and it's a lot of unattractive light-skinned people, and I'm not picking on light-skinned people when I say that. It just doesn't even make sense to me in theory, because if skin tone and color was what made a good-looking person, every white person would be attractive. I've seen some homely looking white girls in my life. I like the slip dresses. I think I saw a whole bunch of them at H&M. I can't tell you how much this one costs. There's no price tag on it. I like them, but at the same time, like, my girls need support. Decisions. Okay, the baby said get out. Sure did, because I can hear that at work, child. Mind you now, the word is shuff. So I said, use it in a sentence. Shuffle, I beat yo, and it start with an A. Can I take you out tonight to a movie, to the park? I'll have you home before it's dark, so let me know. This is already a pretty sweet drink, but I'm adding some lychee puree just because I like it. And of course, I'm one of those people, I like a little rim action, so I'm gonna use this Cosmopolitan rimmer on my margarita glass. Yeah, we mixing it all up. If I can ever figure out how to open it. Has it been that long since I made a drink? By the way, there was whatever sweetener it already had. I added just a little tahini in it for the kick factor. And so we're just gonna give my glass a little doohickey here. Uh-oh, we missed a spot or two. That's all right. I usually run the lime around the rim, but I don't have lime. Waste not, want not. That's why you keep your counters clean. Don't judge me. We're gonna add a little ice. A little of this lychee puree, which I love. Whoa, not it dripped into my thing. Oh no. We gotta spoon that out, child. Take two on this baby. And I'm not a person who likes salt in her margarita, but I do like the sweet stuff and a little tahini. So we get to drop that right on in the drink. Let's close this so we don't have to worry about no more. And then this drink ain't no punk though. They say it's the equivalent of 2 shots in every can, and I believe them. Yes, I do. And it's tequila in this one. She sips her tequila. She like the way you feel that. And that's my little drink for tonight. Now I'm ready to cook something. Cheers, cheers, cheers. That is really delicious. I'm enjoying it. Some of the ice has already melted in it because it's been sitting here for a little minute. I've been sitting and sipping. I ain't gonna challenge. I've been sipping a little as I was talking on the phone. And it's funny because honestly, when I first started to turn on the camera tonight, I was like, should I turn on the camera? I need to do something with myself. I need to make myself look like something, you know what I mean? But baby, I came home, I took a shower. Oh, I need to be careful how I turn. Okay, listen. Okay, I came home, I took a shower. I've been wearing my hair in a little snatchback bun for a good little minute. I reconditioned it, and honestly, when it's in the bun, it's already in conditioner. And I call that my deep conditioner. Really, it's just my lazy girl luck. And then I took a shower, reconditioned it tonight, and I was like, I say tonight, it is, child, it ain't but 5:30, but it was a long day. Merca got their money about me today. That's why we having a little sippy sip. But I came home, I showered, reconditioned my hair like I was saying for the umpteenth time, bless my heart. And I was like, do I want to Do I want to get on camera? Do I want to talk? Do I want to get dressed? Do I, get redressed and all that? I don't. I don't. So this is me confessing, y'all. This is what I'm wearing. Um, Believe it or not, it may not look like it, but I actually do have some shorts on underneath. They my little booty shorts. They are. And I tell you what, I'm not even going to apologize for my booty shorts. I don't care what your body looks like. I feel like, let me take a sip. Let me give me a sip of courage to see if I want to say all this. I thought between taking a sip of courage, I was going to change my mind, but I'm not. I honestly feel like that. Okay, I wear booty shorts a lot, and I may or may not have said that before in a vlog, but I think it's important that we all do. I mean, unless you got small children in the house, then you may just want to wear it in your bedroom or whatever. But I feel like it's important because I think one thing I had to realize, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to phrase it because I'm trying to be polite about it. But I feel like one thing I had to realize as a woman is there's a difference between dressing for yourself and dressing for others. And a lot of times as women, I feel like we are so shamed about dressing for ourselves. Oh, you thirsty. Oh, you doing it for the male gaze. You doing it for whatever. You need to do it for yourself. Eartha Kitt had a saying. How did she put it? I can't remember, but it was something like I fall in love with myself every day and I want other people to fall in love with me. Or it was something like that. I'll put up the correct quote for it. But it's like as women, we are taught to always, always, always be, demure and all of that, and never really toot your own horn. Men are taught to toot their own horn, but women, when we do it, we're stuck up. We're, like I said before, we're thirsty. We're looking for the male gaze. We're doing all of that stuff. And I just don't believe it. I don't. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to go ahead and put on some longer shorts, but that's only because I'm going to be reaching, grabbing seasonings, and y'all don't need to see everything that I do for myself, but it's still important. In fact, let me go put on those shorts while I'm talking to y'all about it. But honestly, I can't remember if it was my last vlog or a couple of vlogs ago where I was talking about a lot of times as women, we get caught up being in survivor mode. I feel like I need 2 plates. Oh, good. Only right here. But yeah, we get caught up being in survival mode. We're so big on taking care of our loved ones, taking care of everybody else, that we don't really take care of ourselves. We don't look into ourselves. And we need to do that. That's important. Don't do it for the compliments. I love a good compliment. One of my favorite compliments is I smell good. Or one of my favorite compliments may even be that I put that outfit together. So I get it. Sometimes you want to hear and get that validation, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Don't let nobody tell you it is. But a lot of times, don't even do it for that. Do it all the time just for you. Just because I feel like when you start dressing more for yourself, when you make that an authentic part of your being, and let me sidestep a little bit because sometimes women are talking about how do you meet people, how do you meet men, I think is what they're really talking about a lot of times. And then when you do, how do you meet quality men or men who are willing to court a woman, pay for things and do things? I'm going to tell you this is my own personal theory. I think a lot of times men get so busy and playing dumb. Oh, I don't know how to cook. I don't know how to do laundry. They play so dumb so much that a lot of times we as women, we actually start believing they're dumb and they're not. Men are actually every bit as intelligent as us. They got to be as intelligent as us because we're intelligent and they play us a whole lot of times, right? So they gotta at least be as intelligent as we are. They're such intelligent beings that when you start telling a man, oh, this is my standard. Oh, I require this. Oh, I need that from a man. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? They can clock whether or not that's your authentic self or not. They can clock whether or not that's something that you heard on somebody's podcast and you're trying it out and you're trying to see if he goes for it. You know how they can tell? It be in the little things. I can't even tell you what all the little things are, but it's the way that you can tell if somebody lying. Maybe they got a tail, a twitch, or I don't know what they do. But a lot of times, you know how you know if somebody lying? Men know if you're lying. Men know if you really about that life. They know if that's really your lifestyle. And so I'm telling you, whether you're single, whether you're married, big up yourself, appreciate yourself, love yourself before you expect somebody else to do it. Because when you don't, and you're saying, oh, I expect this, or I require that, and baby, they don't believe that. They don't believe that at all. It's the funniest thing. I have not been doing my nails lately. And if you know me at all, you know I do press on nails. I haven't been doing them lately. One reason I wanted to do them after was writing my papers. I wasn't doing my nails when I was writing papers because, all that typing, baby, I get down. I types a lot faster when I don't have nails on. So I hadn't had them then. Well, fast forward, I'm in the process of packing up my classroom because, the school year is ending. Somehow I managed to split my middle fingernail. What is that, vertically? I managed to split it vertically. So I'm kind of waiting for that nail to grow out before I put on more nails. Doesn't matter. That's one part that's missing. And the funny thing is, I met someone at Trader Joe's, of all places. If y'all are wondering where I met Mr. Motorcycle Guy, because I feel like I talked about him in a vlog or two ago. But anyway, I met him at Trader Joe's. And it was kind of funny because he was talking with me and we just kind of talked in the store because I don't need you to go walking and all that other stuff with me, but he was just like, later when we had more conversations, he said, you know what, the one thing that I thought was weird, he said it out loud too. This might be a part of why I wasn't able to get so into him, but he said the one thing I thought was weird was I just felt like a woman of your caliber, you would have done nails and stuff. And I said, okay, average woman, many women, whatever, might have been taken aback by him saying, I thought a woman of your caliber, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't. Because I'm more interested in what's the story that you're trying to tell me? What's the other thing you're trying to say? And so I was like, what do you mean a woman of my caliber? And he was like, I can tell by the way that you talk, you're someone who takes pride in herself. You're someone who's taking time to learn. Joke's kind of on him because I ain't gonna hold you. Ever since the orange fellow has gotten into the White House, I don't watch the news as much. I pick up on things, I learn things, I read things, but I'm not as learned of an American that I used to be. I'm just not. I still do read a lot of books and things like that just because that's what I enjoy and that's kind of what he was picking up on. Not something I realized he would see. You see what I'm saying? But he was like, yeah, everything else about you was, all put together. You had good conversation, a good sense of humor, da 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 da. You seem confident, all the stuff that he was saying. Probably trying to, blow me up, gas me up, or whatever a little bit. But I also think that there was a lesson in that. I feel like men know what they know. They see and they know and they pick up on things. All of this to say that going around, feeling yourself, appreciating your body just as it is, wearing sexy time clothes and doing all of that stuff matters. Men are able to pick up on whether or not you're about that life. This gentleman, he's not someone who just wants to take me to some hole in the wall. He wants to go to nice restaurants, places we haven't been together. Like he's asked me, have you been to Prime Social or, whatever. I'm just thinking of a restaurant he named off top. And I was like, yeah, I've been there a time or two. And he's like, well, let's not go there. I want to experience. And he started naming off some places, right? If I ain't going to kid you, there are a lot of places I can't really afford. And I've been honest with him. I'm like, yeah, that ain't on the school teacher budget. That ain't whatever. And I've told him that. And he's like, don't worry about it. That's just something I want us to do together. I want us to experience together. I want us to have a lot of experiences together. You know, he kind of thinking forward. But let's put him to the side and get back to what I was saying about why it's important to do those things for yourself as a woman. A lot of times people think that when they see somebody who's dressed well, oh, okay, okay, oop, okay. Well, I guess my camera on my Sony died out, but I'm gonna just keep on moving and doing what I'm doing, which is just kind of prepping for my little bit of grilling I'm gonna do. Don't get too excited for me, because I have not reached the level where I feel brave enough to grill anything with bones in it, right? So I'm just gonna do a little hamburger, a couple, 2, 3 kebabs, and we're gonna call it a day. So, but you know what? But that's my skill level, and I accept it, and that's fine. But what I was saying before my camera so rudely cut off on me is that I feel like a lot of people think that first you got to have confidence. And then once you have confidence, then you'll put that stuff on, then you'll do whatever. And maybe that's true for some people, and maybe not for others. Like maybe you need to put that stuff on first. Start appreciating how you look first and let your confidence grow from there. Whatever it takes, whatever the method, whatever the order that you do it, I'm begging you to please just do it. Women are constantly shamed for enjoying our beauty, enjoying our femininity, enjoying our sensuality. I have even seen women, married women, being shamed for wanting to be wives, for wanting to take care of their husband and family. Like that is just crazy to me. As single as I am, and as much as I enjoy my singlehood, I don't see anything wrong with a woman who enjoys catering to her man. I certainly have had my times for that. Now, did the bastards did they appreciate it? Did they deserve it? Girl, that's another story for a whole nother day.
Your arm of fire, you're not mine, I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now, I'll go crazy.
Nah, I don't want you, baby. Nah. I just want to sing on top of the beat. All the way down.
I will love you anyway, even if you cannot stay. I think you are the one for me. Here is where you want to be. I just want to satisfy you, 'cause you're not mine and I can't deny it, yeah. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now, I'll go crazy. Oh, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Whoa, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything?
Now, I want you to leave the music out. I just want to do a little something for the Jeep, you know what I'm saying? So kind of hardcore, so kind of hip hop. Called Mafia, really. Alright.
This pan might be a little too small. Huh? Now we getting it.
Love you, child, my whole life long. Is be right or be wrong. I'm only what you make me, baby. Don't walk away, don't be so shady. Don't want your mind, don't want your money. These words I said, they may sound funny, but oh, sweet thing. Yeah. Don't you know you're my everything? Whoa, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Yes, you are.
Yeah, turn it up just a little bit, alright?
Yes, you are, baby.
Yeah, right there.
Cause you're not mine, I can't deny it. Don't you hear
sunshine. It is the next day, which is Saturday, and I'm trying to get myself together to grill. How come people, I know it's, what is this called? Labor Day? I always want to confuse Labor and Memorial Day with each other, but it's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, said that right. And I'm going to do my grilling on Saturday. And that's going to knock out some of my Sunday meal prep. Well, it is going to be my Sunday meal prep low key. But I always wonder, how come people wait until the actual Memorial Day to do their grilling and stuff? Right now, I am prepping some more veggies for my skewers. Listen, I feel like I have had myself an accomplished morning. I got out, I did some walking. I've already done some laundry. I ain't folded it. That'd be too much like right. But I've done it. My drawers is clean. Now we're just gonna put them away. And I tell you, I don't fold my underwear. Once upon a time I used to fold them and all. Them is minutes out of my life, which come up to hours out of my life, which I think eventually add up to days. Days out of my life I'm saving by not folding drawers. And I'm happy about it. I'm really happy about it. I detest doing laundry. I am still looking into getting someone to do some cleaning for me. You know, maybe twice a month. I don't even know if I need it that much. Maybe once a month. And I say I don't know if I need it that much. I'm not the most fastidious person around. I don't do a whole lot of cleaning myself, but I also don't have a lot to clean up. Like, it's just me, and as long as I pretty much put my stuff away, then, you know, there's not a whole lot of cleaning to be done. If anything, I want somebody, I don't know if I really want somebody folding my drawers. Doing my laundry, I should say. I don't know if I really want that, but definitely I want someone to kind of go around the baseboards. I can't tell you the last time I got all up under my stove and stuff. Like I said, I'm not the most fastidious person in the world. Half time I'm scared of what might even be under there. Haven't pulled out my refrigerator. Ooh. Have I pulled out this refrigerator? I don't even much know. But yeah, no. That's the kind of stuff that I feel like I need someone for. And I know one time I had put some wine in the freezer, to chill. Forgot about it, and it popped the top and it spilled some of the champagne or wine actually in there. And I cleaned up all that I saw in the freezer as well as at the base of it, but I don't know if a drop or two got kind of under and whatever. So if it did, it'd probably be some drunk ants or something running around, because I don't know what it is. Every time it rains, here come the ants, and here come those, what do people call them, silverfish? I can't stand it. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Prepping for today, because like I said, I'm not doing it on Monday. Monday is just going to be my day to probably go walking, take care of me, and that'll be about it. Memorial Day for me is one of those tricky holidays. I don't know, it's grief-filled in a lot of ways, but it doesn't have to be to me. Like, I've already told my daughter, in fact, I asked her, first of all, when I pass away, you know, because you gotta have those talks, you never know when it'll happen. But God forbid she should go before me. I'd be no good. But I talked to her and I asked her, you know, when my time comes, do you want to have a funeral? How did this get stuck? That sounded like I was about to break the bottle. It's just something. But anyway, I've attended some funerals, like especially when a teacher has been in a particular community for a lot of years. A lot of people have shown up to, well, when a well-liked teacher, let me say that, because I saw some, you cue the crickets. I was like, yeah, that's about where she was as a teacher too. But when a productive, well-liked, whatever you want to call it, teacher passes, I've seen where a lot of the students have come together and, you know, they do a whole thing and a tribute, and, you know, it can be really, really sad. For some people, for some kids, it's the first person they've known personally who died. So, you know, I know how that can be. And to me, you'll see waves of it where the family looks like they're doing okay for a second, and then somebody will really start wailing. And that's true at any funeral, really. But all that to say, I asked my daughter what she wanted. And did she want a funeral? Because to me, the funerals and stuff, those services are really for the living. It's not for the person who's gone. I know people say it's a good send off and all of that stuff, but that's to me not really what it's about. And when she told me she didn't want to go through that, she's my only child. She doesn't want to go through that. She doesn't want to have to experience that. So she won't. There will be no funeral for me when I go. But for my part, I also had to soak some more skewers because I didn't have enough last night. And you know, you soak the skewers, anyone who doesn't know or care. For anyone who cares, I should say, you soak the skewers just so that when you put them on the grill and stuff, the meat doesn't stick to them. They're not stuck to that dry wood. But anyway, what was I saying? Something about Memorial. Oh yeah, we were talking about how my daughter doesn't want to have a funeral, and I was like, yeah, you don't have to. That's fine. For my part, I also told her, that's what I was saying, that when days like Memorial Day, my birthday, Mother's Day, whatever it is, when those days come around, don't go to the cemetery to go see me. Don't do that. Don't subject yourself to that. Like, that's just extra pain and mourning. I know for some people it helps them to feel connected and stuff where their body is, but this is just a vessel that carried her mother. This is not her actual mother. You know, once I pass, hopefully I'm in a very good place. In fact, I told her, if you want to celebrate me when I pass away, don't go to somebody's cemetery. When you ever see me hang out at a cemetery, when you ever see me take you to a cemetery, you know, and this is no knock on people who do that, but I'm just telling her, for me, I don't want you to do that. I want you, baby, go on to brunch. Sip on your little glass of wine or something. Remember some of the funny times and the good times, or something that your mother and I, that your mother and you had. So those have been my daughter's instructions for Memorial Day. For me, I could visit my father's gravesite, but that ain't where he is. That's not who my father was at all, not to me. My father was a griller, so it fits that people grill for Memorial Day. That's my pops. That's daddy there. So as daddy's little girl, I'm gonna go out here and burn down the neighborhood. Well, we hope I don't burn down the neighborhood. It could happen because I really don't know what I'm doing. No whatsoever clue. I just, I don't know. It's so funny. You just never, when you're younger, you never really think of your parents leaving. It just felt like daddy was always gonna be around the grill. And then when I got older and he wasn't, I had a husband who would always be around to grill. So I did all the prep work. I was the sous chef, but I never really learned the skill of grilling. Specifically, I can't figure out how to get my charcoals and all that stuff to a certain temperature and know that they're there. Again, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. And I stay looking like, are they still burning? Are they still, all of that. I have my father's chimney, which also makes me feel a little more connected to him. That thing is well used, y'all. And it's going to get used some more, but yeah, that was an important thing. I could have gone out, bought a new one. In fact, when my ex had accidentally taken it, I had to reach out to him to get that back. I'm like, no, it doesn't hold the value. And he loved my father, to be sure. My father loved him in return. But no, that was my daddy at the end of the day. Run that back, player. So we got that. And we'll be trying to start our fire with that. We're hoping it goes well. Well, before I didn't have enough veggies, and now I got too many. That's all right. I'll cook them with something else. But yeah, Memorial Day, it's a tricky holiday to me. In fact, I should just make an all veggie skewer. I could have put some more on. Girl, I ran out of corn. I'm pretty much using what I got. But I tell you what I did also do. I reached in the freezer and I got some lobster tail. That's new for me, but lobster tail turn red. So it's very obvious when they're ready. And I think those would be good. Butter them up and put them on there. I'm excited thinking about it. But anyway, that is what we're doing right now. We're prepping for our little grill sesh. Wish me luck. Hope I don't come back looking like somebody fired Marsha Bill. Now, is this gonna work? We really don't know. There's a slight wind out here. Okay, I see some fire. I see something happening. And I see that it died out. I decided I might as well quit pretending I'm not watching that grill. Girl, I done peeped out the blinds, opened up the door, came over, looked down in it. I just keep checking it to see if the charcoals are going to start turning white. So I said, listen, if I'm going to keep peeping and coming out that much, I might as well come on out. We outside, y'all. Not only that, but y'all are able to see me thanks in part to a Simone. Girl, okay, so it was when, this is way back in April, I want to say, way back, it was 2 months ago. It was a month ago. How about that, Kimberly? Last month. Okay, editing Kimberly had to pop in again because, girl, I started making a point and then I went all around the world and never even finished what I was saying, which is this. When I had gone to the Easter Bunny hunt thing, I tried to film a point of view of me going down the slide, right? All you could see was white. So I ended up reaching out to Simone because if you've ever seen her videos, then you know she talks a lot about cameras and cinematic shots and moody views and all the things. So I was like, she might be someone who can explain it to me. So she first she emailed me back, bless her heart, and she was talking way too techy. And I guess my response might have let her know. I was kind of like, okay, thanks. And I was done with it. But she took time out of her life as a stay-at-home mom and emailed me again until it was clear. So thanks to her, I am able to see better with my DJI because I kept looking for YouTube videos to help and this, that, and another. And that's how I ended up going down the rabbit hole and messing my camera up in the first place. So, anyone out there, if you get a DJI camera, just pick it up and shoot. You ain't got to do no extra nothings because chances are, when they start talking about Lux and all that, girl, they are not talking to you. And they most certainly were not talking to me. But anyway, I just wanted to finish that point and back to the video. And I went to the adult Easter. And speaking of adult, yes, I am having an adult beverage. I'm only mad I forgot to put my my rimmer stuff around the thing before I put the liquor in there. I could have poured it out and just put it in another glass. In fact, I might do that later or have another one. I'm grown. But anyway, yeah, my adult beverage is out here with me. It's so good. The flavor of Monaco is actually watermelon, but combined with the lychee, it's just so sweet and yeah, I want the tahini. That's the only thing it's missing is that tahini rim. But anyway, I went to the Easter adult egg hunt, right? If I'm looking like a greased up ham, I can't really see because that DJI, that window is so tiny. But if I look like a greased up ham, it's because I put my sunscreen on. And instead of judging, y'all need to be doing it too, especially since some of y'all are doing retinol and all that at night. I want to do it, but my skin is already sensitive. And they say you should start with, I think it's 0.5, it could be just 0.5, I'm not sure, percentage. And then you only do it once or twice a week or something and work your way up. But I remember trying it years ago. I think I still stayed in the rabbit hole. Girl, I have moved more as an adult than I ever did as a child. I know I'm winding on my roads, but let me tell you this. So as I'm out here, doggone it, I don't see any smoke on that grill. Oh, there's a little flicker. Okay. But as I'm out here, I was thinking about all the good neighbors I've had, and I've really been blessed with some good neighbors. When I bought my first home, I had a neighbor named Mr. Mays. I'm going to tell you, Mr. Mays, he might never drove me crazy. When I first met him, oh, I did not like that man. I ain't like him for nothing. Had a fence. And he would come waddling over. He was a big guy and kind of bow leg or whatever. And he would come waddling his old self. That's how I felt at the time. He come waddling his old self over here to tell me something else. But my daughter was very small, and we had a cherry tree in the backyard. And I wanted to feed some of the rabbits that would also come in the backyard with the cherries. And so my daughter and I, we put out cherries and carrots and all of that. And we're sitting on our back swing talking. She was probably, what, 5, 6, I don't know. And he was like, what did he say? Oh, what y'all trying to feed? That's how he started. This is our introduction conversation, by the way. What y'all out here trying to feed? And I said, oh, hi, my name is Kimberly. This is my daughter. And, I'm like, hello, manners? Manners at all? Not much at all. And he said, y'all ain't gonna feed nothing but them rats, because I told him we were trying to feed rabbit. Y'all, the rabbits gonna smell your scent. They ain't gonna eat nothing you put out there. They rather find it themselves. And I said, you ain't feeding nothing but rats. Hated him for that. But every time we come outside, and I don't mean sometimes or usually, I mean every single time we come outside, he'd come out and he'd start talking and giving me his advice, and he was never wrong. He was, and I quickly learned to love old Mr. Mays. And then on my other side, I had a lady named Miss Thomas. Miss Thomas was a sweetheart too. I, at the time, worked at a school that got out a little bit after my daughter's school. So every so often, if the timing was off, she might beat me home or something, and Miss Thomas would let her in, and she'd watch her for me. It'd be like maybe 10, 15 minutes. But Miss Thomas was a super sweet soul. She was sweet right off the rip, and she she was funny too, as old people do. And I've been blessed. That was a huge blessing to have old neighbors. I didn't really know it at the time, but what a blessing, because they have the right kind of nosiness. Miss Thomas's, she had a window, here. And right next to the window was her TV, where she liked to watch her stories and all of that stuff. So, it wasn't but an eye flicker away from the TV to the window. And she always knew what was going on in the neighborhood. Just super sweet. And there were times we'd go over there to visit her just to kind of keep her company. I got really sad about her when she started going to the casino a lot. And she would get so hooked up. I think something happens. Like, you go to a casino, at least the ones here in KC, when you go, the vast majority of people there are old people. And they are spending their life savings. They're spending, all the money that they've saved. And that would be life savings, Kimberly, bless your heart. But that's who you see out there. And Miss Thomas ended up being one of those people. She'd get so excited about going there that it was a couple times she would leave and she'd just leave the garage door out. So fast forward, I moved to another home because, we wanted my daughter to have access to better schools. So we moved out to the South, which here in KC is a better area. Some cities south side is the bad area. But we moved further south, and I had the fortune of again moving next door to an older lady who again got hooked on going to the casino, and she would leave her garage door up. Now, the difference between Miss Thomas and the other one was Miss Thomas was black. And so I felt more comfortable going in and letting her garage down and stuff. I called 911 and I was like, my neighbor's garage door has been up for hours. She's an elderly lady. Her car is missing. This doesn't look right. And they were like, okay, why are you calling us? Because you're white. And what I ain't going to let you do is find my black tail in her white house, especially if she's in there and something's wrong. But as it turned out, she was at the casino. Like, you'll see people save up all their lives and throw it away at the casino because, it's open 24 hours. Sometimes a lot of them are up, sundowning, I guess, hanging out. I know me and my friends, or me, I've been at the casino in the wee hours of the morning. I'm like, what is you doing here? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I know where I just came from. What you doing here? And they be on some steel stuff. I had a principal one time. I saw her on a Friday in one outfit at work. I saw her at the workhouse. Friday evening, I see her at a Harris casino. Saturday morning, I go back to pick up, it was a lady named Miss Luella. But Saturday morning, I go back to pick up Miss Luella. Miss Luella had all kind of comps, good stuff, at all the casinos, too. And I pick her up, and we're getting ready to go over to Argosy, which had better breakfast. Like, she knew the ins and outs, everything. But I saw my same principal in that same outfit Saturday morning. Sunday morning, Sunday morning, I go get Miss Luella. I be doggone if she wasn't in that same outfit from Friday. Like, and she played slots. How is you sitting in them well-seasoned panties for 72 hours? That to me, that tells you you might be going too far. Y'all, I'm so mad I don't see a puff of smoke. Ugh. See, I think my fire died out again. Okay. I done went and got some real paper now. We just gonna wad it up and see what this do. Cause I mean, so far, I mean, absolutely nothing. All the paper I put in here is on fire, has burned out, but none of the charcoal's caught. They're not even hot to touch. It's giving, turn on the oven. That's what it's giving. Daddy just gonna have to be disappointed in me today. Cause I done tried time and again to light them doggone briquettes. They will not light, so we off to the store to get some lighter fluid. I had to quit playing and went ahead and got this little fire starter kit. When I have been at it and at it, gone now, Fly, because you can get this fire too. But I have been at it, trying to light this doggone fire and nothing. Look, I can touch the charcoal with my bare hands. That's how much it ain't been lit up, whatever the heck I'm saying. Y'all know what I'm saying. But I am just like, are you freaking serious? I can get the paper to burn. Baby, if I was barbecuing paper, I should be a master chef. But we're not barbecuing paper. We're trying to doggone grill. So I done went and got this fire starter. It says, I'm probably doing this wrong. I probably shouldn't use a chimney, but we're going to see what happens. It says to light all four corners of it, put your wood or whatever, in this case it's going to be charcoal, on top, and let's see what happens. Because I am just about over it. Except I got all this food ready to be grilled. So we can't be too over it. I need this to work. I'm tired. Hot and tired. You find out I can't light the bag on fire too neither. Oh my goodness, y'all, my house smells so good. It's got that smoky smell, but I'm making dishwater because it's also a mess. But the dishwater has bleach in it, so it smells clean, smoky. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but anytime I chop peppers and onions or cut up peppers and onions, that already makes the house smell good. So it has that good smell. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I've closed my bedroom doors because I don't like that cooked smell in my kitchen. Sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I don't. I like my bedroom to have its smell. I like my bathroom to have its smell, and I like my kitchen, like this smell right here in the kitchen. Oh, so good. So many memories. But anyway, we got the food on there grilling. And I thought, just to make sure my little happy parts don't keep lifting that lid and looking, I just need to come in the kitchen and do something else. So I'm coming in, wiping down my seasonings with this good old bleach water. I don't even know why I bought black, but I will say, I bought these labels from Amazon for my seasoning. They've been holding up for all the bleach wipings that I do. So I can't complain. Just me or anybody else got a squeak fascination? Something about hearing that squeak make me feel like I'm doing it, baby. It's clean. But we hoping for the grill. How are y'all holding up this Memorial Day? Are y'all remembering your loved ones? Are you honoring your loved ones? If so, how do you do it? Do you visit them at the cemetery? Like, how does that work? It's just not a joyful thing for me. But this grilling, now that I hope, I hope my food out there cooking. I hope I ain't just talking. But now that I am, using my dad's chimney and using my mother's grill, my mother is not gone, to be clear. My mother is still with us, but she's not with it for anyone new. And I've got some new subscribers. Hey, y'all, welcome to class. Um, I consider all my subscribers to be classmates. So I try to use the word subscribers more and more, but I really feel like y'all are classmates because I learn about as much from y'all as y'all learn from me. If you comment, I'm very active in the comments. So if you should choose to comment, you will find that I leave a comment right back. If not right back, then I might be out somewhere sipping wine. Give me a minute. Or at work. I'm at work. That's what we got. Saying I'm at work sound a whole lot more gooder. But yeah, I for any new subscribers, my mom is still with me as much as she can be. She suffers from early onset Alzheimer's and dementia. So it's sometimes hard, but I try to focus on the days that we have as opposed to the days that are ahead or even the days that we've lost. Some people might think it's kind of sick or twisted that I laugh at various funny things that my mom and I have shared, but I guess that's my way. I have a bit of a dry sense of humor, probably even a dark at times sense of humor. Baby, the job I work, my mother's circumstance, just life in general, you better laugh at something. Dark, dry, moist. Is there such thing? Why is there dry humor if there's no moist humor? But I tell you what, speaking of my mother, I was at work and how you have little kitty puzzles and stuff for the kids and all of that. I often have fifth graders in my room, so I had looked up some puzzles for them. I got a little piece of watermelon in here. I cannot wait to taste it. But anyway, I often come up with little puzzles and stuff for my fifth graders when they're sitting in my classroom. Ooh. This is so good, y'all. I keep pausing to take a sip. And they're like mind bender puzzles. And I thought, in honor of my mother, and just because I genuinely care about my classmates, I want to start just uploading a simple little puzzle every day. Y'all will see what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll start uploading them at like noon or so. Nothing too complicated, just something to kind of make you think a little bit, because what they say is things like crossword puzzles. I'm not a big fan of those. My sister is, thankfully, because we want her to keep her marbles as well. And Sudoku puzzles. Now, I do love those. It's the weirdest thing. And I guess I must like math more than I think. I must. Because I love a Sudoku puzzle, but crossword puzzles do nothing for me. But at the same time, if you ask me, I would say I like reading and literature more than math. Math is very precise, formulaic. To me, it comes fairly easy. Now, some of those Sudoku puzzles, those are beasts. And I like the way that they challenge me. And so they say puzzles in general is good for the mind. Just, a little gentle puzzle here and there. So I think I'm going to start uploading in my posts a puzzle a day. And I challenge y'all to solve the puzzle. You don't even have to leave a comment or anything, but just kind of peep in and see and solve that puzzle. I don't even know. I'm going to tell it. I was going to say, I don't even know if I should tell y'all this. But there's another puzzle where, is it a puzzle or a challenge? Y'all know. Y'all tell me. But anyway, you get a deck of 52 cards. Shuffle them up, take out whatever the wordy card is thing. But anyway, you shuffle them up, stack it back together, turn it face down. Turn over one card. Let's just say it's a 3 of hearts. 3 of hearts. Got it. Put it to the side. Next day, you turn over another card. 2 of diamonds. Now, what did you have? 3 of hearts and a 2 of diamonds. So the idea is you keep adding on every day for all 52 days that you go through the deck of cards. Listen, so I started doing that challenge one time. Girl, why I forget the challenge? Now, this is supposed to help you hold on to your memory. I forgot I was doing the challenge, but I think I need to start that up again. But that's also supposed to be a very good one. And like they say, you don't use it, you lose it. Mm. Ooh, I see some heat waves. It's like a heat wave. Now we feeling like we grilling, finally. And when I tell you, it's been a minute. The sun has moved and shifted. My mood has moved and shifted, but now I'm back to happy. Feel like I'm doing something. Next time I know, cut out the middleman and go on and give me a little fire starter. I thought those were really just for the fireplace and stuff, but it said for outdoor use too. Okay, that's me. I'm outdoors. When I went to the store to get the little fire starter, a lady saw me and I got my little Amazon purse, and she was like, "Oh, that is a lovely purse." Then she saw me when I went outside and I'm getting in my car. She said, "Oh, red must be your color. It looks good on you too." What red does she see? But you know what? Yeah, you're right, girl. Thank you, ma'am. That's all I can say. But when I tell you that purse gets compliments virtually everywhere I go, not even kidding. My girlfriend and I were at the winery. What a surprise, right? But we were at the winery, and so she got to see it, touch it up close and everything. And I'd already told her about it, but she hadn't seen it. And she was like, "You cannot fool me. This is a real coach. I can tell by the way it feels." I was like, "No, it's really not." And she said, "And it's got the tag on there." Y'all know I put my real tag on my fake coach. Had a little chain, the cherry. She was like, she loved it. And that's someone touching it and feeling it. So it's not just me. It is not just me. Right now, I'm being nosy, looking at some Temu stuff, trying to decide, do I want to order something? My thing with Temu is I get a bunch of stuff, fill up my cart, and what is their deal? They're always saying almost sold out, almost. Okay, then it ain't meant for me. Y'all need to quit worrying me, though. I hate that they got my email. And you can't block them because you got to check to see when your order come if you do order. The only time I ever order it, though, is when I ordered that bench in my bedroom. But I don't know, I'm seeing some stuff that I'm kind of liking. And I know darn well I ain't buying most of it. Girl, my cart is up to $445. Wish I would. Oh, no, good and darn well I'm not buying all this stuff. But they got a lot of cute things. The only problem is a lot of it is sleeveless. And I don't know how committed I can be to sleeveless. You know what I mean? Like it's a big push to just be sleeveless all the time. I'm not quite ready. Oh, I ain't got my wrist weights. Why y'all ain't tell me I ain't got my wrist weights on? I'll probably get them later, but I've exercised today, and I'll probably go back out when it gets a little cooler this evening. I'm trying to get up to my 2-a-days, and the way I walk, I started off walking half an hour out, which meant I had to come half an hour back. 45 minutes out, 45 minutes back. Now I'm up to a 2-hour walk because I walk out an hour and I come back. 4 hours is a lot to commit. But you know what? No, it's not. It's not because I'm committing it to my health, and health is wealth. And then I will be ready for all these old sleeveless tail shirts they got. Well, my mother was talking about how she grill. she was, she was talking about how she grill all the time. Oh yeah, you used to love it when I grilled. Oh yeah, chicken, ribs, all at my mother. Till I opened up that grill and the packaging, the instructions, all that stuff came flying out at me. I had to jump back. I was so scared. It's a, I don't know, it's a bittersweet moment because it's when it was funny, but it's really when I realized, yeah, mom, we got to find a place for mom, you know? Oh, I went through that agency too. It's called A Place for Mom. They need to say an expensive place for mom because that's all they direct you to. And I'm not saying my mother ain't worth it, but I'm saying there are places you can get the same value but not so much money. But you gotta watch them all. If you're facing a parent who's, looking at living in senior and assisted living and all of that, drop in. Let them get real familiar with your face. You gotta watch them all because they don't pay them enough. And it's like with any profession where they really don't pay enough, a lot of people don't do enough. And that's the same with teaching. I hate to admit it, but there's some lazy teachers out there. Work be commiserate with pay. You got to have a passion for it.
Can I take you out tonight to a movie, to the park? I'll have you home before it's dark.